Tap tap on the mahogany floor. The rhythm starts to crawl. Shadows stretching long and lean against the library wall. There's a code in the index, a map in the dust, to a party where the diamonds and the iron gears rust. It's the curator's code, a secret only we can break. A symphony of shadows for the lonely and the young. Unlock the vault of silence, let the bassline roar. We're dancing where no human soul has ever danced before. Has ever danced before. And silver keys, unlocking every forbidden door. Leather-bound desire scattered across the marble floor. Forget the Dewey Decimal, forget the rules of the light. We're rewriting the laws of gravity and sound tonight. Follow the beat before the archive locks you in. It's the curator's code, a secret only we can break. A symphony of shadows for the lonely and the awake. Unlock the vault of silence, let the bassline roar. We're dancing where no human soul has ever danced before.
Smells like expensive bourbon and ancient yellowed leaves. A night where the imagination actually believes. You're wearing velvet moonlight and I'm dressed in blackest ink. Let's find a corner in the stacks where we don't have to think. Velvet and ink, a classic kind of chemistry. Writing a New York Times bestseller of our destiny. Ooh, there's a saxophone solo in the middle of the aisle. You've got a narrative that makes every heartbeat worthwhile. Spilling secrets like vintage wine on a Persian rug. Feeling the magnetic pull and the electric heavy tug. No more whispers in the lobby, no more quiet in the hall. Tonight we're the loudest, wildest stories of them all. A masterpiece in the making, signed with a kiss.
Stained glass windows rattling with the power of the drum. The ghosts of great poets are coming out to have some fun. A Gothic Gala in the cathedral of the printed word. The most magnificent riot that the world has never heard. Welcome to the Gothic Gala. Wear your crown of thorns and gold for the stories that are radical and the hearts that are too bold.
ancient fire, fueling the flames of our intellectual and wild desire.
We're the monsters in the margins, the villains in the play, ruling the library until the breaking of the day. Long live the night and the stories we ignite.
Cut me out like a paper doll and stick me on the shelf. Yeah. I've been hiding in the nonfiction, losing my true self. Hey. But the disco ball is spinning like a galaxy above. Let's turn this quiet study hall into a temple of love. It's a paper hard disco floating under the neon glare. Throwing our confetti expectation is into the midnight air. Thin as a page, but we're strong as a hardcover spine. Drunk on the rhythm and the vintage dandelion. Drunk on the rhythm and the vintage dandelion. Hey. Slide across the floor like a pen across a blank white sheet. Feeling the friction of the funk and the heat of the beat. Every move is a metaphor, every look is a rhyme. Having the most literate and funky, wonderful time. Don't tear the pages, keep the disco alive. Don't tear the pages, keep the disco alive. Don't tear the pages, keep the disco alive. Found a dusty folder underneath the janitor's stairs, full of melodies and lyrics and some unanswered prayers. A lost manuscript of a pop song that was never sung, waiting for a heart that's still reckless and forever young. We are the lost manuscript, the hit that got away, singing for the dreamers who are stuck in the everyday. Cat cuz as a chorus and honest as a diary entry, keeping the spirit of the music like a faithful sentry. Add a little harmony and the stomp of the heavy boot, digging for the melody and finding the ancient root. It's a folk pop revolution in the middle of the stacks, painting over all the gray and the boring dusty cracks. 'Cause finally found the bridge and it leads back home. Golden bubbles in a crystal glass, a century too late. But when we're unlocking the heavy lock of the iron-bound gate, the ghost of Gatsby's dancing on the balcony of the third floor, asking the DJ to give him just a little bit more. It's an electro swing in the library wings tonight. Party like a legend under the flickering chandelier light.
tuxedo and your flapper dress of silver thread. We're waking up the stories that everyone thought were Saxophones are screaming like the 20s never really ended. Every broken heart in the room is perfectly mended. From the jazz age to the digital, we're bridging the gap, falling into the luxury and the rhythmic swinging trap. Old sport, party just getting started.
Between the science and the art, a low frequency vibration pulling at your lonely heart. Walking through the shadows where the light doesn't dare to go. Moving to a tempo that is heavy and a little bit slow. Just a whisper in the stacks, a secret in the dark, a smoky blue melody, a faint and a glowing spark. We're disappearing in the atmosphere of dust and wind, following a rhythm that is haunted and perfectly divine. Echoes of a conversation from 1,000 years ago, floating in the reverb and the steady hypnotic flow. Don't speak a word, just let the bass line do the talk. In the hollow silence where the memory and the ghosts walk. Shh, can you hear it now?
Burning all the static facts. We're the chaos in the system, the rebels in the stacks. No more predetermined answers, no more cages for the mind. We're leaving all the boring and the predictable behind. Burning the encyclopedia, lighting up the midnight sky, watching all the ancient rules and the limitations die.
sonic electric boom. Knowledge is power, but fire is the truth.
I've got ink-stained fingers and a heart full of unwritten lines, looking for the metaphor in the middle of these troubled times. You're the mystery novel that I'm trying so hard to solve, watching the world and the party and the galaxy revolve. Oh, ink-stained fingers tracing the curve of your smile. Let's stay in this fiction for a beautiful but we're a masterpiece in the end. The kind of story on which every broken soul can depend. Type me a letter on the skin of my trembling hand, a language that only the two of us can understand. No more footnotes, no more margins, just the center of the page. Finding the freedom inside of this golden literary cage. Write me into your heart and don't ever let me go.
The candles are flickering low, the shadows are coming home. We're the last two people in the middle of this wooden dome. The music is fading into the scent of the morning air, leaving only the silence and the magic that we used to share. Say goodbye to the secret hole. Store the memories away against the library wall. It was a dream bound in leather, a fantasy in gold and gray. But now we must vanish into the light of the ordinary day. And the scattered parts of us whole. Close the book, the archive is silent once again.
Tap, tap on the mahogany floor. The rhythm starts to crawl. Shadows stretching long and lean against the library wall. And there's a code in the index, a map in the dust, to a party where the diamonds and the iron gears rust. Curator's code, a secret only we can break. A symphony of shadows for the lonely and the awake. Unlock the vault of silence, let the bass line roar. We're dancing where no human soul has ever danced before. White gloves and silver keys unlocking every forbidden door. Leather-bound desire scattered across the marble floor. Forget the dewy decimal, forget the rules of the light. We're rewriting the laws of gravity and sound tonight.
Smells like expensive bourbon and ancient yellow leaves. A night where the imagination actually believes you're wearing velvet moonlight and I'm dressed in black as stink. Let's find a corner in the stacks where we don't have to think of it and eat. A classic kind of chemistry, writing a New York Times bestseller of our destiny. Smooth as a saxophone solo in the middle of the aisle. You got a narrative that makes every heartbeat worthwhile. Spilling secrets like vintage wine on a Persian rug. Feeling the magnetic pull and the electric heavy tug. No more whispers in the lobby, no more quiet in the hall. Tonight we're the loudest, wildest stories of them all. A masterpiece in the making, signed with the king.
Stained glass windows rattling with the power of the drum. The ghosts of great poets are coming out to have some fun. A Gothic Gala in the cathedral of the printed word. The most magnificent riot that the world has never heard.
Welcome to the Gothic Gala.
Wear your crown of thorns and gold for the stories that are radical and the hearts that are too bold. Dancing on the edge of the epic and the deep abyss. Sealing the covenant with the dark and the thunderous kiss. Pipe organ screaming out a melody of ancient fire. Fueling the flames of our intellectual and wild desire. We're the monsters in the margins, the villains in the play. Ruling the library of
like a paper doll and stick me on the shelf. I've been hiding in the non-fiction, losing my true self. But the disco ball is spinning like a galaxy above. Let's turn this quiet study hall into a temple of love. It's a paper heart disco, falling under the neon glare, throwing our confetti expectations into the midnight air. Thin as a page, but we're strong as a hardcover spine. Drunk on the rhythm and the vintage dandelion wine. Slide across the floor like a pen across a blank white sheet. Feeling the friction of the funk and the heat of the beat. Oh, every move is a metaphor, every look is a rhyme. Having the most literary and funky, wonderful time. Don't tear the page, just keep the disco alive. Dusty folder underneath the janitor's stairs, full of melodies and lyrics and some unanswered prayers. A lost manuscript of a pop song that was never sung, waiting for a heart that's still reckless and forever young. We are the lost manuscript, the hit that got away, singing for the dreamers who are stuck in the everyday. Chorus and honest as a diary entry, keeping the spirit of the music like a faithful sentry. Oh, 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 oh. Add a little harmony and a stomp of the heavy boot, digging for the melody and finding the ancient root. It's a folk pop revolution in the middle of the stacks, painting over all the gray and the boring dusty cracks. Finally found the bridge and it leads back home. Whoa. 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 Crystal glass a century too late, but we're unlocking the heavy lock of the iron-bound gate. The ghost of Gatsby's dancing on the balcony of the third floor, asking the DJ to give him just a little bit more. It's an electro swing in the library wings tonight, party like a legend under the flickering chandelier light. Dust off your tuxedo and your flapper dress of silver thread. We're waking up the stories that everyone thought were dead. Saxophones are screaming like the 20s never really ended. Every broken heart in the room is perfectly mended. From the jazz age to the digital, we're bridging the gap, falling into the luxury and the rhythmic swinging trap.
frequency vibration pulling at your lonely heart, walking through the shadows where the light doesn't dare to go, moving to a tempo that is heavy and a little bit slow. Just a whisper in the stacks, a secret in the dark, a smoky blue melody, a faint and a glowing spark would disappear in the atmosphere of dust and wine, following a rhythm that is haunted and perfect divine. From 1,000 years ago, floating in the reverb and the steady hypnotic flow. Don't speak a word, just let the bass line do the talk. In the hollow silence where the memory and the ghost walk. Shh, can you hear it now?
Burning all the static facts, where the chaos in the system, the rebels in the stacks. No more predetermined answers, no more cages for the mind. We're leaving all the boring and the predictable behind. Burning the encyclopedia, lighting up the midnight sky, watching all the ancient rules and the limitations die. We're the architects of fire, the poets of the roar, smashing through the ceiling and the heavy wooden door. The heavy wooden door. Information overload is crashing like a heavy wave, but we're the wild survivors that the library couldn't tame. Feedback in the monitors, a riot in the reading room, painting over the silence with a sonic electric boom. Knowledge is power, but fire is the truth.
I've got ink-stained fingers and a heart full of unwritten lines, looking for the metaphor in the middle of these troubled times. You're the mystery novel that I'm trying so hard to solve, watching the world and the party and the galaxy revolve. Ink-stained fingers tracing the curve of your smile. Let's stay in this fiction for a beautiful and a long while. We're a messy first draft, but we're a masterpiece in the end. The kind of story on which every broken soul can depend. Type me
candles are flickering low, the shadows are coming home. We're the last two people in the middle of this wooden dome. The music is fading into the scent of the morning air, leaving only the silence and the magic that we used to share. Put out the last lantern, say goodbye to the secret hall, store the memories away against the library wall. It was a dream bound in leather, a fantasy in gold and gray, but now we must vanish into the light of the ordinary day. Walk out the door and don't look back at the empty shelves. We've discovered the hidden and the deeper parts of ourselves. The party is over, but the ink is still wet on the soul, making the fragmented and the scattered parts of us all.